Hey, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a point of view, no edit, completely raw footage, start to finish, I hope, on this 2024 Chevy Silverado 3500. This is a long box too. This is a big truck. It's not crazy big, but it's pretty big, I must say. The 3500 Denali's are bigger, they're taller, and the grill's bigger, but this thing has a long box, so it's absolutely massive. So this thing's all full of scratches. It was ran through the bushes, and also you can't see it in here. I'll bring it outside. It's not sunny, but this thing is full of holograms. So somebody tried polishing this, I believe, and it just didn't come out good. It's made it worse almost with the holograms and did not get any of the scratches out. Let me get the light. All right, let's put the light on it. Oh, I can see the holograms now that I got the light. Yeah, this thing is hologrammed all over. I don't know what happened. Didn't get any of the scratches out, but managed to put in holograms on top of not removing the scratches. So we'll see what I can do. This one here is from the dealership, so it's not like a crazy budget and it doesn't need to be perfect. But yeah, something like this, if this was a retail customer, I would say probably 1,500 to 2,500 Canadian, and it would take me 24 hours labor. So probably within that $2,500 range if I put 24 hours of labor. But it's more than the polishing. You get the ceramic coating and then you get the trim restoration. It's funny. When you look at this thing in the sun, it looks hilarious. But it's not a bad thing that it's all hologrammed up. Whoever tried polishing this, you were close with the holograms. Not the fact that you didn't get any of the scratches out, but this is such a bad angle. Okay, I'm gonna bring this thing outside and just wash it outside, and then I'm gonna wash it inside. Okay, so as I was saying, I'm gonna be polishing this thing, and I don't know what it's gonna take. It's probably, this is a black truck. It's hard to get good results on anything like this with less than a 3-step for me, my style of doing a 3-step. So that's rotary wool foam. It'd be nice to get this thing done in a 2-step, but I don't know, we'll see. All right, I'm gonna pull this, and I think I'm gonna spend a little extra time and do the rims up nice on this one for the video. Not for the dealership, but for the video, because this thing has beautiful rims. This thing's kind of tight in here. I don't know how to fold the mirrors in on this truck. I tried looking for the thing, but I couldn't find it. And yes, it's an absolute mess in here. I literally just did a paint correction on a Tesla, so my stuff is kind of out and a mess. And that Tesla gave me a lot of trouble. It was supposed to be quick and easy, and then when it showed up, it turned out to be a lot worse, and it was just trouble. And then paint corrections on Tesla are just hard in general because they've got hard clear coat. Not saying that's a bad thing, that's just something you gotta be aware of. pull this truck in here, wash it in here quick. Mostly just the rims, I think. And I'll try. I kind of want to keep using this Chemex stuff here, but I don't know if this product works for me. Personally speaking, I probably don't know how to use it. Basically, I think I was just talking about how I don't want to use any kind of physical agitation and wash this truck like that. I think I'm just going to use an acid on this truck, a really strong acid on the whole truck, acid wash this whole truck. Especially these rims here, you can see they're kind of grimy. It needs physical agitation to get these clean, but I'm going to clean them with acid and a no touch. I might touch them just a little bit, but I'm definitely not going to be in here in between every single spoke cleaning those things out. So I'm basically ready to do the acid on the rims. I'm just going to pre-treat the floors so I don't burn a hole in the floor with the acid, because it's literally that strong. I noticed that my floor was started crumbling after using the acid, just slightly, nothing significant, but I noticed it. So the acid is eating away the concrete floor. So you got to put down the alkaline here just to prevent the acid from hitting that concrete floor and basically doing its acid thing on the concrete floor. You need alkaline to neutralize it, which is what this is. This is alkaline I'm spraying down. All-purpose cleaner, but it's alkaline. So it should do something. We will see. If not, I've got that Chemex alkaline I can use. That'd probably be good. That's what it'll be good for. Get some use out of it. Plain water. Pretty blue plain water. Make sure to have lots of eye protection on and lots of a proper respirator here when you're spraying real strong acid. This is a medium strength acid and it's quite pungent and quite strong. So I'm definitely using a respirator and eye protection so I don't hurt myself. And you definitely need the respirator and the eye protection and rubber gloves. Okay, so I did the exterior wash, and this thing's basically almost ready to polish. I just gotta prep. This thing is looking so beat. It was looking cleaner when it was dirty and unwashed. These rims turned out alright. I had to acid them twice because my acid might be mixed a bit weak. And yeah, they look way better. That's for sure. Try and show you how bad this thing has. Scratches everywhere, and it's got all kinds of crazy holograms in it. Holy moly. Yeah, this thing was worked hard. It's only been around for a year. This truck is 1 year old, worked hard. It's got a couple dents in it here and there. Trim's looking pretty weak, and there's just holograms everywhere on this truck, everywhere. I hope you can see them with the GoPro, but they're there. It looks really funny in the sunlight outside this truck. It's pretty overcast today, so I couldn't really get any footage of that, but it was looking comical. But I'm here to fix it. Alright, so now I gotta put some tape on this, tape up the trim so I can start polishing. The exterior of this paint feels pretty good. That acid wash I did on there cleaned it right up. I gotta use a little bit more tape than just one strip. I gotta do the whole thing. I get pretty wild with that buffer, with the polisher, and it hits every little area. And I'm sick and tired of that happening. I am tripping right now. So unfocused. Kind of end of the day. I was hoping to start this one at the beginning of the day. I ran behind with some other detail with that Tesla paint correction. It took forever. It was not supposed to take forever, that Tesla paint correction. It's only supposed to take 2-3 hours. Oh, it's just on one panel, by the way, not the whole Tesla. But it gave me a lot of trouble, and I think it ended up taking me 6 hours or more, which was wild. All wet here. I'm gonna do some stuff up on this hood, but not much. Just one step this hood here. Oh, look at that. Somebody was up here polishing and smacked this trim piece. I'm excited to make this truck look better. I like the before and afters on black trucks. This is gonna be a lot of work. See if I can get it done as quickly as possible. Whoops, I keep doing stuff like turning the darn GoPro off and forgetting to turn it back on. Gotta get used to these POV style videos again. I don't think I've gotten too far though, just doing the masking here. Oh, it's tight in here. Look at this. This is how much room I got. I'm gonna have to polishing in here. No room here. That's what happens when your shop's too small. All right, not my finest work. Feels a little bit finicky, but it'll do the job. I just need to protect this trim here from getting splashed with that sauce. This part always takes a while, but it saves you a lot of trouble, a lot of headache, and it comes off pretty quick. So almost done. This trim here looks really bad. Kind of makes me worried. It looked really good before I washed it, and then I washed it, and now it looks horrendous. There's a lot of oils on here making it look really nice. And it's also hard to put my trim on, my tape on this trim, because it had so many oils from the previous detailer, whatever product they put on there, which is fine. It's just not that great for me. Wish they would have used a wipe on clear instead of an oily product on the trim, but you know, wipe on clear is expensive. A little bit overkill with the trim here, but sometimes it's better just to spend more time doing the plastic trim, taping up this trim properly than it is to come back and fix this afterwards and not even be able to fix it sometimes. Just kind of fake fix it. Alright, it's end of the day and I'm finally getting started this truck here. I'm feeling pretty tired too, actually. It's quite unfortunate because I want to just hammer this thing. But I spent all day working on some Tesla instead of working on this truck. The Tesla was just supposed to be a quick little thing, but it ended up turning out to be quite a long time. Someone scratched, keyed in Elon Musk on the Tesla, and I tried to get it out as best I could, and I just could not get it out 100% perfect. I got it a lot better, but I could not get the scratches, the keyed in scratches, Elon Musk completely out of the Tesla. It was in a really highly visible spot, and it was just so deep, and I tried everything and I couldn't do it. It basically needs to be repainted. Or if you're a super wizard, maybe you could get something done, but I just couldn't get anything done with it. Alright, time to get started on this one here. Up on the hood here, I'm just going to be doing a one-step with a heavy polishing pad. I'm not going to be doing any cutting because I don't think the dealership even wanted anything up on the hood, but I will do something up on there. And I'm going to clean out all my pads on the rotary. Alright, trying to get set up here. Let's see how'd that turn out. It doesn't look, it's not really up to my standard because I can still see stuff, but let's see, what did it used to look like here. It used to look like this and like this. Let's see. Well, it's better. It's not great. Pretty scratched up. See if we can make it better. Forgot to tape something. Oh, bless me. Let's see how to turn out for a quick one step. Oh, it looks so... It actually honestly looks so much better just from that quick one step. I'm not a fan of having leftover scratches, but that looks just tremendously better for the minimal amount of effort put in. Alright, it's not super sexy because there's still a bunch of scratches in here. and some, but it's tremendously better than what it was. It was like this, full of holograms, crazy scratches, and now at least it's less scratches and no holograms, hopefully. Alright, what side should I work on? Let's do passenger side. Rotary. Super heavy cut. Yes, super heavy cut. Super heavy cut by Menzerna. Let's see what we got here. I'm just trying to get the product, just trying to get the compound in there. Oh no. Protect the tire from sling here. Hopefully that's good. We'll see how it goes. I should grab both my towels. Okay, there. I'll give it a quick wipe. I'm not trying to clean it or anything because I'm just gonna mow this down with another wool. So, zero intention to actually get this looking clean with just a really quick wipe to get some of this gunk off of here. That's all. We can take a look too to see what it looks like after one pass. Kind of smeary. Maybe I could have spent a little bit more time right here. I didn't spend any time in here. Alright, let's give it a quick wipe, see where we're at. Should be pretty good. If I go to the blue pad from here, it's not going to remove any more scratches. It's just going to make it glossy. So, if I switch to the next pad, I got to be happy with living with what's in there. The blue pad will not take anything out past what that wool pad there can take out. It's pretty dang good. It's looking pretty dang good from where we're at and within the budget. Let's see. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Can't remember what it used to look like, but I know it was bad. Basically horrendous. There's the odd scratch in there and some small scratches, but nothing serious. Not anything that someone's going to be able to see outside. And it looks a bit hazy. That's gonna come out with one more pass. Kind of just want to see results. Usually I do the whole side before I switch to the next step, but I'm doing 3 steps on this one panel just so I can see what I'm gonna be, what I'll end with. Whoops, my bad. I want to try a different product out actually. Oh, saved. Saved by the cord. I want to try a different product. Actually, I don't want to use that gold standard. Take a quick gander. I'm going to use a different. There's still the odd scratch in there. But it used to look like this. And now it looks like this. Those could come out. Oh well. I'm gonna try this Menzerna Super Finish. But this one, not paying for perfection, so just keep in mind, I just get like, look at how bad it was here. And this is what it looks like here. Tremendously better. This looks wild. Look at those buffer trails. That's funny when you see that. Even though I've been at this point in my days having buffer trails in the early days. And to people who struggle with these buffer trails, just keep on practicing. You're gonna be close, I promise you. The buffer trails are a good thing. You just gotta learn how to finish down and get the buffer trails out of there. And with the buffer trails and the rotary, it's all about honestly having good pads and good polishing products. If I don't have the pads that I use or the polishing products that I use, there's no way I can get results like this. Even with other quality products, I have to use the best, what I find to be the best of the best. Even if I use quality stuff, it doesn't come out this good. I just learned that on this one here. I was trying Menzerna Super Finish versus DIY Detail Gold Standard, and the Gold Standard by DIY Detail is so much better. But I don't think Menzerna Super Finish is meant to polish. I think it's just a wax, honestly. I have no idea. I don't really know anything about that product. Oh, look at those. That's funny, all the way just up and down this truck. Put the cord things in here. Not really too helpful. These big tires, those tires are so big. What I'm gonna have to do is just keep this thing here and then make sure my cord goes around that bucket just to keep it off the wheel there. You probably don't know what I'm talking about, but just know it's all good. It's all good. Okay, let's get to it. Oh. Now I'll pay attention if I have my doors open and listen to music and just be detailing, because there are a lot of, hurting people around here looking for opportunity, and someone could just come up behind me and conk me on the head, and this is no joke. Or if not that, then a person addicted to substance could walk in and then just fall asleep on the floor there, and then I'll have to deal with that, because people do just outside these doors here. I find people leaned up against my doors, passed out, trying to do drugs all the time. There's just a person yesterday. It's like almost every day, and sometimes multiple times a day, I'll have people passed out on the other side of these doors on substances. So yeah, I do live in the hood. I work in the hood. Frickin' Menzerna. Ugh, it's so dusty. Oh, with this new pad, I don't like it. Look at this dust all over me. Nasty. I just had my actual house neighbor stop by the shop, and he needed to borrow a 10-foot ladder, so I lent him my 10-foot ladder here, and we had a good chin wag, and now it's time to get back to it. Oh, this is a small. I got a 6.5, 7.5. I think this is an 8. This is a 6.5, 7.5, and this one's an 8. Oh, that's tiny. Not that it matters, it's so big anyway, but it's tiny for big. This one looks pretty nice. Haven't used it in a while. I almost forgot where I was. Then I was like, how could you forget? You're doing one panel at a time here. I don't usually do it like this. I usually do one step on the whole side, and then I do another step on the whole side, and then I do the last step on the whole side. This one I'm going panel by panel to keep my polishers cold, and then I set them down in the fan over there like that. After they're hot, just let them cool down in that fan there, and it cools them down really good actually. We'll see if it helps the polishers last longer. These polishers, they get really hot and on your hands, and holding them, this one gets crazy hot. This one gets as hot as the sun. This is the hottest running polisher. I think because the forced action in here creates a lot of heat. Creates a lot of heat on the pad too, which is good if you want heat. Sometimes you need it. However this pad looks right now, I would say it's getting close to being gunked up, and that I'm not going to get good correction anymore because there's too much gunk built up in this pad. And I'll probably do this little area here, and then I'll switch to a fresh pad. Clean all the pads out, and then I'm gonna polish now. I cut twice, and now I'm gonna polish once. Instead of wiping the old polish off by hand, I'm gonna wipe this old polish off with this buffer here. Just a quick wipe. I'm gonna switch up the machines just for fun. That one's getting hot. Try this one out. It's been forever. So small, but that could be a good thing too. The work is gonna come out better with a smaller machine because you're pushing more pressure onto a smaller area and spending more time. Not sure if I want to use this thing anymore. Maybe I'll try the Roops. Should have switched this pad out a while ago. It's getting kind of clogged up. I don't like when it looks like that. Starting to get, not clogged yet, but starting to get clogged. This thing out of here. Did I even need it? Okay, here we go, finally done. Let's give it a quick wipe down, and then I'm taking a break. When I wipe down a vehicle, I like to do a whole whack, all in one go. It was a little wet. That was a little on the wet side. I'm not gonna lie. NGL. Let's get up top here quick. Looking pretty good so far. There's still some stuff in there. And I knew that was gonna happen, and I pretty much, I think I said in the beginning, I wasn't going 100% on this one. It's just not in the budget. Sometimes you can't get 100% out of it, no matter how bad you want it. I had one of my detailing friends, I gave them a bottle of DIY detail, and I said, try it out, tell me what you think. And they said it was really hard, DIY Detail Gold Standard Polish, they said it was really hard to wipe off. And maybe, kinda is, but I don't mind, because it works so good. And I like to wipe off excessively anyway, so that you're good for the ceramic coating when you apply the ceramic. Give this thing a quick wipe down. Use 2 more towels on it, minimum. Oh yeah, she looking good. I can already tell from here. It looks nice. This one looks pretty good too, but it's just not the same kind of pop. This one just looks creamy, buttery, and definitely see much less scratches. Alright, it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to come back and do a final wipe down, touch up, just to make sure it's perfect for launch, delivery. Okay, so I thought I was finished this truck the other day, but I just couldn't get the paint right. There's some stuff in the paint that I wasn't too happy with, some holograms, which is crazy. But I think I've got it settled now, so I still need to do one more lap around this vehicle. So you can see here, there's still some holograms in here. And I think I've got them out better here. So this truck is just never ending with the holograms. Oh yeah, I can still see it. Not so bad, but there's some stuff in there. I gotta get that out. A shimmery little look. I talked to my buddy down the street. He's been detailing or doing paint corrections for 15 years, and he told me some paint is just garbage and it's just going to give you an absolute nightmare. And this vehicle is the worst vehicle that I have ever done. I have polished this to such a high standard many times, and it still looks bad, and it still needs one more. So I did a cut polish, and then this one, it also needs a super fine polish on top of the cut polish. So it needs a 4-step. The clear coat is extremely hard and has lots of deep scratches in it that took forever to get out. And also the clear coat is extremely soft, meaning that when I try to finish down with a normal polishing pad, it leaves holograms. So I need a super soft polishing pad and a super fine finish. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do right now. So I'm gonna do one more step of fine polish, and then hopefully that'll be it. And I better just get to it. And here's the super soft pad, the pink pad by Lake Country. Super soft, fairly soft. There's even one softer, but I'm not gonna use the one softer. I'm calling it the pink pad. And I wish I could leave my door open, but this is just such a bad area. I can't leave my door open. Someone will come up and rob me or something when I'm not paying attention detailing. Just the truth and the way it is in this area, which is basically almost every area in my city here in Canada. I'm using the ropes here. Just get it done as quick as possible. Probably take me 1 to 2 hours to just do a quick rundown on this entire truck here. Well, not the entire truck, majority of the truck, because I already did 2 panels out of the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's about 10 panels. I got 8 panels to do quick here. Just really don't know even. I can't even tell anymore. I gotta just do it. And, oh yeah, it looks pretty good actually. That looks good. Okay. Just do that everywhere. Bring it out into the sun. Get the pictures. I'll show you how I dress the tires. Super simple. Just gonna spray them like this. Come on. Okay, turn that wind off. Super easy tire dressing like this. And these will look good. Perfect, that's it. And even if it looks runny like that, that'll look really good if you just leave it for an hour or two. Dry right up, but look amazing. Alright, so this truck is finally done. It's not perfect, and some spots look pretty bad, but it's actually tremendously better than what it was. This thing was full of deep scratches and crazy holograms. That's what the customer was mainly complaining about, was the holograms. They had somebody else polish this and it was full of holograms and it didn't look good at all. And I had an extremely hard time getting the holograms out. There's just a little bit of polish left on there that I gotta wipe off. So there are still a lot of scratches in there when you put the light up to it. But other than that, it looks great. The holograms are all gone. It was very difficult to get the holograms. This was the absolute worst paint that I have ever polished. In all the vehicles I have ever polished, in all my years of polishing, this vehicle was the absolute hardest to do a good job and get it looking good. So it is what it is. Spent like 30 hours polishing this truck and the results are kind of mediocre, honestly, but tremendously better. I always like making things absolutely perfect, so to me the results are kind of mediocre, but they're phenomenal in person. Anyone who's seen this truck before and after thinks it came out amazing for what it was. And to explain a little bit on that, this clear coat on this truck, I talked to a detailing buddy of mine. He's been in polishing and in the automotive paint industry for 15 years and he does wraps. And he told me some vehicles just have garbage paint, and he said especially Chevy trucks have garbage paint. And I've done a few Chevy trucks and I've never had problems like this truck gave me, but I guess it just happens. So to me, the clear coat on this truck, it was rock hard and it was also extremely soft at the same time. And the rock hardness means it's really hard to get the scratches out, the deep scratches out, which I struggled with and I put a lot of effort into. And the softness of the clear coat means that it's really easy to leave holograms when you're done polishing. And it just takes a lot of extra polishing. So I had to do 4 steps on this truck. It was cut, medium polish, soft polish to get this to where it's at. It's a double cut, 1 medium polish, and a super soft polish. I tried finishing it off with the medium polish and it was full of holograms and I was like, wow. So I had to run over it one more time with a super soft pad and it looks a lot better. And here's the rims and tires. That's from that Meguiar's hyper dressing. If you've seen me spray it, all I did was just give it a couple quick squirts and that was it. I am going to pull this truck outside and give it another squirt with the Meguiar's hyper dressing, but with my paint sprayer, not with a spray bottle, because I'm going to spray the actual rims themselves with the hyper dressing just to make the rims look insanely good temporarily, not permanent, just for the showing. But yeah, I'll have some more. I'll take some more footage outside right now, but that's about it for this one. I got to get on to the next one. Spent so much time on this truck here. Insane. And not to mention, it's a pretty big truck too, honestly. 3,500 long box. Takes a lot of time. I feel like this, I would have had to charge $2,000 to $3,000 for this truck, for the labor that I did, for it to feel like I made good money and the company made good money for how much labor was put into this truck. Like 30 hours. I think I did 2 14s, and then today I did, 6 or something on this truck. So it's a lot. And I'm not saying, my 14s were the 2 14s I put into this were pretty hardcore, but they weren't, solid 14s, obviously coffee and lunch. So it brings it down. Those 2 14s, that brings it down to like a 12, 2 12s. I put into this truck that's 24, and then I did about 6 today. So I'm at 30 hours labor, and it's not even that great. It could, something like this, 50 hours to do a really good job. If this was my personal truck, I'd put 50 hours into this. It'd look way better. But it could even use more than that still too. It's just so big and so beat up. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll have some pictures of this outside in the sun so we can see how good it looks.